What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be racing in spa-Francoshamps. It's going to be a 10-minute quali and then a 20-minute endurance race. Quite a pretty short endurance race, only 20 minutes, but it should be pretty fun, especially because it's a multi-class race. It's going to be hypercars and GT3s, so let's get a good qualifying in here in Spa and hopefully get a good position for the race. I'm aiming for anywhere in the top 3. It's split up into the two divisions, hypercar and GT3, so it's going to be 8 hypercars and 8 GT3s. We shouldn't have that much trouble until the end of the race, where we're going to have to be lapping the GT3s. Try not to obstruct the race too much here. Right now I'm overtaking some of the hypercars so I can get some clean space into my next qualifying lap here, as you guys can see. But yeah, we're going to be trying to get anywhere from 1st to 3rd in quali. That's my goal here. And we'll see if we can manage that by the end of this qualifying session. Because in hypercars it's pretty difficult to overtake in some cases, especially in Spa. However, in this game, obviously you gotta wait for that perfect time. You gotta wait for that mistake. And if you find it, you get it. Right now I'm in 3rd place. We're coming across the line to get 2nd in quali, which is not that bad, somewhere in my goal. So as long as we can keep this throughout the start of the race, we can probably perhaps go for the win and maybe get the guy in first off the line. We'll see. Well, like I said, since it's a multi-class race, we're gonna be lapping the GT3, so if it's a tie battle till then we might have to include them in the mix there of the battle. You guys can see the grid lineup. We're also going to be having to look behind us, because we do have an Alpine behind us. We need to be careful of that, just in case they get a better start than us. But it should be a pretty good race, should be a pretty fun race, should be pretty competitive. We'll see how it goes in Spa. This is a 30x race or 10x race of the time, which means that the time will be moving much faster. So by the end of the race, it should be nightfall. We're going to be heading off into the race here as we go to 3 red light, I guess, and it's lights out. And the way we go off to the spa-Francoshamps GP here, we're going for an overtake here already on the Cadillac, just putting some pressure on him. We're not going to get it done, obviously, right away, as we're also trying to keep the other guys back here, the Alpine. We did get a way better start than most of the other cars. We didn't really go for that overtake on the Cadillac. We didn't really have enough time to do it. We also had a 3 wide battle there. Now it was 2 between another BMW and a Porsche. That was a pretty good battle. They're still side by side, and there's a Peugeot versus another Porsche side by side battle there. That will be pretty interesting to watch. I'm now going on the chase against the Cadillac there, Connor Blake. We're going to try to overtake him sooner rather than later, but in the hypercar, I mean, it's a pretty calm for me to chase him down, because you just gotta wait for him to make one mistake and hopefully capitalize on that. That's what I'm aiming for. That's the strategy today. So we're gonna be trying to chase him down right now. He is around 1 second in front of me. As you guys can see, I'm showing you guys the GT3 division. There's nothing really going on in there, as they're not fighting that much right now. They're like us right now in the hypercar. We've pretty much found our slots, and now we're settling into the race, settling into the battles, as the race has just started here. And I'm gaining as much time as I can on Connor over here, the guy in the Cadillac. I'm just gonna label it as the Cadillac driver. Here we're trying to gain as much as we can, get right up his bumper, put some pressure here. As you can see, I broke much later than him, and I applied some pressure, as you guys can see, basically almost touching his rear there. So we're going to have to capitalize on that kind of stuff, put some pressure, wait till we have a perfect moment, and then the other overtake if we can. And we've also broken away from the pack behind us, as me and him have 2 seconds on everyone behind us. So that's a pretty good race start, I would like to say. And as you guys can see, we're having a pretty good battle between me and the Cadillac. We are not very far apart, only 5/10, which I think is an exaggeration, because that's not 5/10, that's more like 3, but okay. We're going to try to see if we make an overtake. A good overtaking area would probably be here, or in that long straight, or in the bus stop chicane around the end of the lap. I would say, because those places, you know, they're not the most wide, but it's an easy way to overtake with slipstream or with better braking. As you guys can see, if I outbrake him, I haven't done that yet because I haven't found a good opportunity. But once you do, you have to commit, or else that could be the last chance you get to overtake the guy in front of you. We still have a good amount of time. Only 1/4 of the race has basically gone, and now here we are back again in the chicane, or after the chicane, I'd like to say. Nothing we could really capitalize on apparently, but we gained another 2 seconds on everyone behind us, which is pretty good. It just shows how much faster we are from everyone else, and now me and him are, you know, going at it again. We are around 4/10, even though I don't think that is really the true time, because we are way closer than 4/10. Now maybe it's a bit more accurate at 5/10, but still not really accurate because I am closing up on him very well. And here we are going back into the chicane. As I said, this is a really good place for overtaking, and we're going to be trying to get that overtake done here. We'll see. He's going on the outside, gives me enough space. He doesn't get it. I commit to the overtake and we get it done. That's us up into first position, and what an overtake that was. As I said, we have to capitalize on those mistakes, and we got that done. He gave me too much space there, and I just capitalized on it, went for the overtake, and there was nothing he could really do about it to defend that position. And now what our job is basically defend the position and gain time. That's all we have to do to win this race. I know, easier said than done most of the time. However, he is gaining a bit on us, applying a little bit of pressure. He's not going to get it done though. This could have been his last chance here to get that overtake done. We're going to try to gain as much time as we can. As you guys can see, lap to lap, we're gaining time, we're losing a bit of time. We're kind of sticking in the 6 or 7 tenths in front of them. But nonetheless, we are gaining time, usually around 1 to 2 tenths a lap. And we're not making any mistakes. So right now we have 1.2 seconds on him. We've gotten a very, very good time on him, and now we are lapping the GT3s. I mean, Connor, the Cadillac behind us, he's not too far behind us. He's only 2 seconds now, so probably not enough time unless these GT3s can slow me down enough. But here we are overtaking the last couple of ones, the last pack of you know, the GT3 division. We're trying not to obstruct the race too much here. We're just going to be overtaking them as calmly as we can here. I'm going to be trying to overtake around the outside over here, because mainly on the inside, but we got it done. We're going to overtake this guy and try not to, you know, disrupt the race, but in the same time, this is blue flag, so they kind of have to let the overtake happen. And I've overtaken all of them, and here we are crossing the line in first place. Very fun race this was. We managed to secure that win. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.